Hello everyone and welcome to the show. Today we have chosen some super spooky games to celebrate the 1 year anniversary of SorAuron Gaming, as well as just some fun games to play. I hope you enjoy these. Check them out. Thank y'all for returning to SorAuron Gaming. Y'all realize it's been a year since we've been making these videos? It's been a whole lot of fun. Thank y'all for coming. These games I'm going to show y'all today are some extra spooky games I chose just for Halloween. All of these are for Sega. We got a couple Sega Genesis, we have a Sega Master System, and even a Sega CD game. So what are the games, might you ask? Well, let's start with Mansion of Hidden Souls. I almost said Haunted Mansion, but that's obviously not the game. But Mansion of Hidden Souls, and I'm going to read the back to you here. Welcome to the Mansion of Hidden Souls, a mansion where ghostly voices and blood-curdling screams break the eerie silence, where the shrill echo of opening doors sends a shiver up your spine, where pictures seem to follow your every move, where some may even pull you into them, where the rooms are laden with clues of those who have disappeared. Welcome to the Mansion of Hidden Souls. You'll never be the same again. So let me begin this by saying, very fun game, very inaccurate description of the game. The game is more like a kind of a point and click adventure in an old mansion. Not real scary. You know, I could see me being a kid playing this, kind of would have been a little spooky. But, you know, you go into this house and people are turning into butterflies. Yeah. The freakiest thing about this is when you hear your sister call across the house. And the first time I heard it, kind of scared me because the character you're playing is Jonathan, her brother. And, you know, obviously my name's Jonathan. So that's kind of like, Jonathan. You know, and the first time I played it, that kind of caught me off guard. So, very short game. You know, you can fully complete the game in under an hour. Lots of old school CGI, which I really like. Super cheesy, which I really like. The only problem I had is some of the ending cutscene kind of skipped a little bit because my Sega CD was skipping for whatever reason. The disc is really clean, but it was just my Sega CD wanting to act up. But other than that, super fun game. If you ever get a chance to check this one out, check it out. Short, sweet, to the point. Definitely recommended. So on my next spooky Halloween game for the show, we got a game called Haunting, starring Polterguy. This is an Electronics Arts Sega Genesis game where you play Polterguy. And as Polterguy, you inhabit a house with several members of a household, a family basically. And with this family, you possess things around the house. So like, you may go to the mom and you possess a refrigerator or a kitchen sink, and some kind of monster will jump out when you jump into these things and jump back out. And when their spook meter gets all the way maxed out, just before they run out of the room, they'll drop ecto. You use that ecto to continue to be able to spook the family. If you run out of ecto, you go into the kind of like this afterlife place where you have to again collect ecto to be able to come back and scare the family. Basically, you can scare them out of a house 4 times, and then you get to like a 5th and final house. I haven't made it quite that far yet. It's a super fun game though. I really enjoyed it, and I do want to complete the game. So check it out. So this next game I want to show y'all, it is one of my favorite games I've played in a very long time. And it's also one of my favorite series. Y'all know what one of my favorite series is? Castlevania! Wait. So this is a Sega Master System game called Master of Darkness. And it has absolutely nothing to do with Castlevania. Although it looks almost identical to it. Not only the artwork, but the gameplay itself. It even goes as far as like in Castlevania, when you hit bricks in the wall, pieces of meat fall out, and that's what you use to revive yourself. And this one, it does have potions in the wall. And instead of using a whip, you use more things like swords and that kind of stuff. So, super cool, very fun. You do end up fighting Dracula. If you can, check this one out. Unfortunately, this one was only released in the United States on the Sega Game Gear. And it's a little bit of a different version. It's called Vampire something or another on the Game Gear. But on the Game Gear version, it's more zoomed in. Whereas on the Master System version, it's zoomed out. So you can actually get the full view. Just like you would be playing Castlevania on the NES. Or even, I would go as far as to say, Super NES, because for this being a Sega Master System game, the graphics and the gameplay are super awesome. So if you can, check it out. My copy I actually ordered from the UK from a new friend of mine. Super happy I got this game, super happy I got this in my collection. And if you're watching this video, Miss UK, thank you very much for this game. I appreciate it. So what is the last game I chose to show you for this Halloween Spooktacular? Well, honestly, this is probably the scariest game I have ever played. It is Michael Jackson's Moonwalker for the Sega Genesis. And it's not spooky for the reasons you may think. It does feature some graveyard levels and some spooky stuff. Unfortunately, this game didn't have Thriller in it, which would have made it even more spooky. That game, more on that in a minute. This game's spooky because you're rescuing little children hidden behind walls and stuff, and just listen to the sound effects for it. It's a little freaky, a little scary to me. Other than that, this gameplay is fantastic. Me and my daughter played this. We took turns playing it for a while, and it is a very fun game. You walk around, you kick, you spin. You can even make all the characters, the enemies, dance till they pass out. When I was saying about Thriller, you know, the game didn't have Thriller with it. There were copies of the game that were released that had Thriller on it in a certain stage when they did their dance, but it was recalled and not fully published. But there have been copies in the wild found with Thriller as a track on it, and those are very valuable if you have one of those copies. So just keep that in mind. If you ever check out the game and your game features Thriller in it, you got some money on your hands. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this Halloween Spooktacular. I hope you enjoyed all the games that I showed y'all. So I appreciate y'all for joining and tuning in. And please subscribe, like, and come check them out. Y'all have a great Halloween. That's it. Thank y'all.